Hey, I'm Joel with Power Stance Import Export, and thanks for checking this video out. We search the globe for unique vehicles just like this one in places just like Australia. We're a licensed used car dealer located in Oxford, Michigan, and you can find us online at powerstanceimport.com. You can even speak to me directly at the number listed above or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, this YouTube channel at Power Stance Import Export. We've always got new vehicles coming in, which means new videos, so please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Hey folks, and up for sale today, I've got an awesome little rig here. This is an ex-military, obviously, a 1997 Land Rover Defender 90 Wolf with the 300 TDI. Now this is a UK import, but it is left-hand drive. It has been legally imported. It's now located here in Michigan. It comes with a clean, clear Michigan title. So let me walk you around the vehicle. I'll show you the inside, the outside, the underside, and we'll go for a test drive as well. So again, left-hand drive, UK import. So this was most likely Middle East, what do they call it? Stationed, deployed to the Middle East, and then returned to the UK and sold there to the general public. So this is NATO green, and it is a bit sun faded. It almost looks gray in photos. Now this spot right here, I took a little bit of rubbing compound and just kind of cleaned up the paint a little bit. So that's the actual color right here, and it sits underneath the bonnet, so the sun doesn't really hit that. So that's the actual color, and the rest of it could be cleaned up, but it does have a pretty cool patina on it, and very clean vehicle, no dents or scratches in the bodywork. Just a very cool survivor, pretty low miles as well. This is the 300 TDI 4-cylinder 2.5 liter turbo diesel. Let's see, bulkhead, really good shape, very clean, no corrosion on the footwells. And there's the bottom of the footwells right there. Beautiful looking sheet metal, great looking chassis. And again, these Wolves have a heavier duty chassis than the civilian Defender 90. And we'll get underneath and I'll show you those areas as well. Hoses all look good. These have been replaced recently in nice shape. We do have the extra alternator. So this puts out 24 volts, I believe. And then this is your other alternator here running your lights and signals and stuff. This was for the radio system. As you can see here, there's some large mounting brackets for antennas, and this I believe was a FFR, or fitted for radio vehicle. So it had a radio in the back, large antennas sticking out of the sides, but those are gone for now. On the bonnet here we do have a shovel and a pick as well. Both head corners in beautiful shape, vents great, windscreen seal great shape, no chips or cracks in the windscreen. Doors in great shape as well. Tiny bit of corrosion here in the bottom corner, but no rust at all in the door frames. Kind of hard to see. It does have a nice set of aftermarket door cards as well with handles. The military didn't really give it handles. You had to just grab onto the door latch here. These are removable door tops and sliding windows. So you can remove this whole hard top, take the windows off as well, so it's just a flat convertible with a roll cage. Looks kind of cool for sure. And it does have the setup for a soft top as well. All these hooks are there, so you can put on a canvas top. It does have a very period correct set of Goodyear Wranglers G90s. I don't think these are Wranglers, these are just Goodyear G90s. 16-inch steel Wolf wheels. There's the chassis, and there's a spot right there where it's a little bit more reinforced. You can see that massive plate there. And the rear cross member, this is all boxed in from the factory so we don't get mud stuck in the rear cross member like the civilian versions. And then this gusset here gives a little bit more rigidity to the tub so you can carry more weight back there. A couple little flag holders, I think those are. And we got all sorts of lights in the back. I think these are tail lights. These are nighttime driving lights. I think that's a reverse light, fog light, turn signal. We do have a swing away spare tire carrier, full size spare tire with matching wheel. And there are a couple little access holes here. I think these are for antennas as well. I don't think people were sticking guns out of these and shooting, so I don't think that's what these are for. Rear door, slight bit of corrosion on the rear door here, a little bit of bubbling, little crack in the paint there, but the door is in pretty decent shape. A little bit of rust there, a little bit of surface rust on the bottom, but this is an original door, 25 or 28 years old, pretty decent shape. Door card's got a few nicks and scratches in it. In the back here, this is an aftermarket mat. It looks like it was for dogs, and it folds up here. And we also have a little bench seat in the rear. There is an insulation kit in here, so it actually helps keep it a little bit warmer, a little quieter. And then there's your full internal roll cage as well, which is awesome. All right, moving around here to the driver's side. Wheel arches all in good shape. Corners in great shape. No dents or scratches in the panels. Beautiful shape. And again, aftermarket door cards. Give you a little bit of storage here and a handle to grab onto. And this is also part of the roll cage. It goes all the way down and connects to the frame right there. So super solid roll cage. This is I don't know if this is military issue or not, but this floor mat, it's all NATO green as well, insulates the front cab very well. Here are the footwells. Tiny little bit of surface rust there on the top of the footwells, but very decent original condition. Center cubby box, aftermarket phone charger, 12-volt plug. And then this is your light system here. This turns on your regular driving modes over here, and then like convoy mode is up here or something. So you're only going to be using these two, what would that be? Clockwise positions right there for lights. Same as the civilian model. This is your heater. Got 143,000 kilometers, which is well under 100,000 miles. So pretty low use. Roll cage comes all the way up here at the top. All right, let's go ahead and start it up. Glow plug light comes on. She fires right up. Make sure she's in neutral. Beautiful sounding engine. No blow by or back pressure, pretty decent. A little bit of vibration coming out of the motor. All in all, very clean. No leaks coming out of the side of the motor. Valve covered. And no smoke out of the tailpipe as well. All right, so let's get under it and then we'll go for a test ride. Okay, starting off here in the rear, we do have these military issue bumper corners right here, which are super solid. The Pinto style hitch as well, and hitch plug, which I don't know if you can convert that. I mean, definitely can convert that over to US spec plug, but this is a military issue plug there. And then here's the rear axle. Beautiful shape. Looks like the same NATO green paint on the axle. Rear disc brakes, you can see a new set of pads there as well. A-frame ball joint looking good. New set of pads on the passenger side as well. Dust covers in place. Chassis looking absolutely beautiful. No cuts or welds or repairs in the chassis. Absolutely mint. New exhaust tailpipe as well. Here on the passenger side, here's a good look at the rear axle. No leaks out of the rear pinion seal, and that is a heavier duty axle. I don't know what the name of the axle is, but it's definitely a different style than the Civilian 90. Shocks and springs all looking good. Chassis in the middle, great. There's your front outriggers. Fuel tank right here, looking good. There's your parking brake. Little drip out of the transfer case. Exhaust looks like it has been replaced from the tailpipe back. And then there's the oil pan and front axle. On the driver's side, here's another good look at that reinforcement plate here on the chassis. Bushing's looking good. Battery box in great shape. Chassis. There's another look at the transfer case. Bell housing, oil pan. I do see a slight drip coming out of the oil pan, and that's fairly common with these 300 TDIs. You just need to pull the oil pan off and reseal it with some RTB. Not too bad of a job. Okay, and lastly, up front here, we do have aftermarket headlights, stock lights and signals up front. Nice little brush guard for the headlights. Aftermarket light bar up here in the front, and it does have a nice little set of spotties here. However, I cannot find where they are wired up to. I found the switch for these amber lights and those spotlights up there by the mirrors, and those all work, but can't figure out how to turn these on. I didn't see a switch inside. They are wired to somewhere, so shouldn't be too hard to figure that out. Now, the radiator and intercooler are the same as the Civilian model, but it does, as you can see, have a factory oil cooler there, which is a nice little upgrade. It does have this tow pin up front, and as well as tow hooks here on the chassis, and a massive skid plate up front. So those are a couple differences from Civilian model, and also the front axle as well is a larger reinforced axle. We do have a nice new set of brake discs and pads up front. Swivels are looking good. There's the bottom of the oil pan. Pretty clean up front. Looks to just be dripping in the rear. And same side on the driver's side. Swivels looking good. Ball joints all look good under here. Steering's nice and tight. All right, let's take it for a ride. Okay folks, so let's take it for a test drive, a little rip down the road. We'll go through the gears, we'll show you the steering and the braking and all that good stuff. Alright, so again, this is the 300 TDI 4-cylinder turbo diesel in the ex-military Wolf. So it still rides just as good as the Civilian model, just as quiet on the interior, or just as loud. So let's start off in first gear. Same gear ratios as well. This is the R380. That's second gear, third gear, fourth gear. And again, these are designed to go in a convoy, drive at 55 miles an hour on the highway, and they do have the 1.4 ratio transfer case, so they will go 70 miles an hour on the highway, but the RPMs are going to be up around 3,000 RPMs, but they will do highway speeds. So I'm noticing that the suspension is doing its job quite nicely. Couple little rattles here and there from the interior. You know, a little bit of rattling from the window. We'll downshift into third gear here, but the ride is pretty smooth, other than, you know, a couple little age-related rattles here that you would expect. But nice and quiet in the suspension and the steering. Let's accelerate through third gear. So that's 45 miles an hour there. Just about 50. All right, and we do have a new set of brakes on here, so let's test those out. Okay. Yep. Nice and smooth. Super straight braking, no pulling left or right, no squeaking, no vibrations or anything like that. Let's pop it into reverse. A little tricky to see out of the sides here with this hard top on here, but you do have a nice view out of these oversized rear view mirrors as well, and the window in the back's wide open. All right, so let's go through the gears one more time. First gear, second gear. Temperature's holding right there in the middle. Engine sounds really good. You can hear the turbo spooling up nicely. There's fourth gear and fifth gear. Okay, so this is running exactly the way it should. Clutch is great, brakes are great, steering alignment's nice and straight. Tires are decent. So yeah, a nice all-around, really good shape Defender Wolf. All right, so that's the test drive, folks. Any questions about this vehicle, don't hesitate to call the number in the beginning of the video, or you can leave a comment on the video, or you can message us on Facebook or Instagram as well. All right, thanks for watching.